Hi all, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky here on another round of Righteous Rings, where I give raw, righteous real rings to you guys, my beautiful avid viewers. How are you all doing in your neck of the woods? I hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whether it's the week, weekend, whatever part of the spot of the week you are in your neck of the woods. I hope you are having a good day. I hope it's all traveling well. Traveling along well is what I was trying to say, and I hope you are all in high spirits. We are continuing here with the March May month. We are in temp quarters here. We are going to kick off the next sign in line for the March May monthly. It is of course my Gemini. Gem babies, how are you all doing? Honestly, I'm going to tell it to you raw and righteous like I always do this. That's what we do here. Raw, righteous, real readings. Not candy crap. If you want that, you'll have to pedal down to get the channel down that way. We don't do that here, baby. We do have a beautiful salt lamp here that I just want to get cranking. Got the window open here. It's a lovely day today in Oz. So, as I was just saying, we are going to do the sign of Gemini. This will be for the month of March, and it will... Hi all, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky here on another round of Righteous Rings, where I give raw, righteous real rings to you guys, my beautiful avid viewers. How are you all doing in your neck of the woods? I hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whether it's the week, weekend, whatever part of the spot of the week you are in your neck of the woods. I hope you are having a good day. I hope it's all traveling well. Traveling along well is what I was trying to say, and I hope you are all in high spirits. We are continuing here with the March May month. We are in temp quarters here. We are going to kick off the next sign in line for the March May monthly. It is of course my Gemini. Gem babies, how are you all doing? Honestly, I'm going to tell it to you raw and righteous like I always do this. That's what we do here. Raw, righteous, real readings. Not candy crap. If you want that, you'll have to pedal down to get the channel down that way. We don't do that here, baby. We do have a beautiful salt lamp here that I just want to get cranking. Got the window open here. It's a lovely day today in Oz. So, as I was just saying, we are going to do the sign of Gemini. This will be for the month of March, and it will attain messages for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury placements of Gemini. So if you have Gemini in any of those big bad babies, then mwah, chef's kiss, you're in the right place. So we're going to do a Celtic Cross standard placements, which first I will go through and first I will explain to you before clarification. But remember, the messages often change through the clarification part, because that's when I really do refine the messages, and it becomes a lot more crystal clear. So the initial analysis is just that, an initial analysis. Don't get too bogged down by it. It often changes, morphs. You know, you've got to change to a full storyline, my darlings. It's a Gemini storyline, so keep some time set aside for that now, because we're going to need it. Oh, I love that coconut vanilla spray this stuff is, and I am in love with it. It's Green Nation it's called, and it's an air freshener spritzy spray, vanilla and coconut. Oh my god, like I cannot enough, makes me hungry though, like, because it's so delightful and sweet and rich in tones of depth of fragrance. It's just so, it's alluring. Woo! Spritzer, and she's good to go. All right, let's do our due diligent part now. Red, let's get onto this Gemini March 2023. You would be so kind to leave a like. It really does help support the channel and get the algorithm a bit more favourable for Redsky. But if you would be even more kind by subscribing to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button and then the notification bell, because it really does help me in the algorithm of the set of things. And we've been here a while now, people. We've been here a while. And I would really love to just break the mold of that 100 that I've been sitting in I was so happy when I got out of the 120s because it had been hovering around, well, not out of, but into the 120, because I got stuck, I think, for like 14 months it hovered between 114 and 117, and I just could not break 117 for like 2.5 years. Like for 14 months straight, I could not break that number. That number 17 was the highest I could get, and then I broke it. And now we're sitting on 123, 123. I love that shit. That shit is golden. That is just moi. That is like moi. You have to forgive me a little bit today, guys. I am a little sluggish and tired. It's a long weekend here. It's the Monday now. It's a long weekend. It's a holiday for LA Cup here in Oz. Well, most people in Oz don't even know what this holiday is because it's only celebrated in my state, not in the whole of the country. So, all right, Gemini. This is all neither here nor there anyway. So, I'm just filling it in with some chatter. Some chattery cheese. Let's get into this reading because I am very much excited to see what's coming in for Gemini's March. I don't know about you guys in your neck of the woods, but my March star is already coming in a hot and heavy son of a plane. Indeed, a plane. Oh, it's a plane. Eight of Pentacles, the underlying energy so far for the month of March for Gemini placements. Let me bask in the information of it. Few majors, all in important spots. The challenge, the root, the past, and spirit advice. We have Aquarius and Libra signs coming through here. And we've got all the elements. Cups, swords, wands, pentacles. It's all here, just in the initial. Some things I want to see upright are upside down, and things I want to see upside down are upright. And that worries me a little bit, Gemini. It seems like everything's a bit discombobulated as usual. The underlying energy, as I said, for the month of March so far, before clarification, remember what I said, is the Eight of Pentacles. Meticulously banging out this Pentacle, Gemini. The month of March is all about the money, honey. And it's all about getting as much money through your fingers, time, wages, docked as you can. You want the money in the bank. You want the money in the bank. To do that, you've got to go to work and work more hours. And that's kind of like what you're doing. You're putting your head down, bum up. You're banging out the Pentacle. You're meticulously, melodically, methodically, boom, 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 just bang it out. Boom, 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 just bang it out. This month's all about the underlying energy of banging out that Pentacle. Repetition, 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 do it good. Repetition, 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 do it good. Because you're not falling in any favours here. You are keeping up with the pace. You're keeping up to your normal standard of work. But you bang it out meticulously, like a machine. You're like a conveyor belt, factory line, boom, boom, boom. Gems, you're being very resourceful, I'm seeing. Let's break it down, the placements now for Gemini's March. So the current energy coming to the reading, coming into March, you're sporting an 8 of Wands reverse, Gemini. This is blocking, this is maybe some jealousy, envy, but communication is gone awry. In fact, we're actively trying to stop any communication or any energy getting anywhere near anything right now, especially a set person, place, or thing. Something's pissed you off. And even though you kind of, it is spilling across the board, it's really getting honed in on this one particular. Your challenge for the month of March, funny that, is the world. It is allowing things to complete. Let the cycles do their due diligence, run their course, and finish and close out. So then we can celebrate and say, that's a job well done. Otherwise, these cycles will continue. You've got to allow it to end, though. If you're gripping hold of it and you're trying to micromanage every little billy bully, this baby is never going to come home. She's never going to rest to roost. I'm seeing it really needs to. That's why it's your challenge. You've really got to let this shit go and allow things to close out. Stop trying to cleave hold of things. Micromanaging. Crowning the reading at the subconscious of it all for Gemini, and this might be why, is the Five of Pentacles. Fear. And maybe being met with the realization that that fear has just come into fruition. This is destitution, lost, maybe being pushed out into the cold due to a third party. But this is very much away with your filth. Enough of that. You're being exiled out of your home, contents, and the insurance. It's all gone. It's like someone set fire to it. And even if it is still standing there in brick and mortar style, it's not yours anymore. It's sold. It's done. It's dust. It's the root of the reading for Gemini, the foundation by which everything's growing from, the root, is the Star reverse, Aquarius' major arcana. We're losing a lot of hope and a lot of faith here. We really are giving up on trying to hope, wish upon the stars for any type of outcome that would be a blessing. It's like I can't put idle wishes into fairyland villages. I need to have a rational mind. I need to control the situation. I need to bring it into fruition. Wishing, hoping on a star is not going to bring that in. And you really are losing a lot of hope, faith, spirituality. You're starting to not believe in magic anymore. Or Santa Claus. You know what I mean? It's that change. Past energy leaving you now, Gemini, still prevalent, is the Magician reverse. Trickery, sleight of hand. The Magician at his finest is the creator, but at his worst is madness. Can even be going through a bit of mental illness at that time in the past energy. Feeling very discombobulated there. Moving forward from that, for Gemini, we have Page of Pentacles reverse. We're not gifting any of our time, any of what already skill we have to put into advancement into something that we need to do here. Excuse me. Sorry. We're very much not lending towards gifting others our time or building anything that will bring in great security and monetary means by getting an extra dimension of skill for our workplace or going into, more lines of study to gain more factual shit that you can use to make more money. You don't want it. Spirit's advice for you, Gemini, for the month of March is Libra's major arcana. It is justice, but it is inverted. Don't expect things to be fair and never expect them to be right. From your perspective, anyway. Justice is on its head and it's on its ASS, and it ain't doing SHIT for you right now. If anything, it's going to throw the book straight at your bloody head and take it off. You're being made an example of. There will be bigotry, severity and judgments, biasm, but you'll wear the full cloak of it all. And I feel like it's not fair, but it's the way it's going to be. Outside's view of you, Gemini, they see, with you and your situation, an Ace of Pentacles. They see someone with a fresh new beginning, a new seed of prosperity, maybe housing, but something that can really bring in some real growth here, real potential, real, got to get on that, you know. They really see someone that's got a lot of potential here, especially around monetary, some sort of new beginning, some sort of fresh, funky stuff. Hopes and fears for Gemini's March, Four of Swords. We need to take some respite, repose, pull back, especially in the mental sphere, otherwise we're going to burn out. At the same time, this is the one thing that you fear, because when you pull back and you're in a state of respite and repose, other people need to make decisions. You need a break, at the same time you don't want to release the reins. God damn it, Gemini, you've got to make a choice and stick with that shit. Outcome so far before clarification, gems. Knight of Cups reverse. Player. Says all the right things. They have no emotion attached to it. They're all about the deceitfulness, the underhandedness. They want something. They're coming in, telling you a story, wooing you so fierce, until you go to bed that night and whoop, they disappear. Oh, where did that night go? Must have ran in the mouse hole again. Don't you just love it when they do that? Hide and seeky, I don't like it. Let's go through and clarify Gemini's reading. This is going to be an interesting one. Gemini, you understand. And I just put the clarifying cards for you, and then I had to go change my jumper because one of the kids wanted to have a shower, which resulted in me getting disarmed. So very, very wet, basically. So I really would like to just push through and explain this clarified reading for you, because it's been pulled, and it's always a little dicey when you've got two sets on the board, you know what I mean? Always more of a chance that it's going to go to rack to room. So give me a moment just to deal with that, and then we'll boom, 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 shake it out again. Oh, sorry, Gemini. We're going to go through the explanations of your clarified reading now that I have here for you. Don't mind the mess everywhere. There's shit everywhere now, okay? All right, so the underlying energy. We did have initially that 8 of Pentacles, and this was then clarified by the 10 of Swords reverse. The whole underlying energy for Gemini's March is putting in a lot of effort here to bang out the pentacle very methodically, very laborious, very repetitive. Really putting all your skill, all your knowledge, all of what you got in the tank for it. And the whole underlying energy of March is that, Gemini. Religiously, methodically banging out this pentacle. With the 10 of Swords reverse, there's much to be released here. Sorry about that, guys. Just give me 2 seconds to just try to straighten this up, because it's driving me a little bit. To explain underlying energy, Gemini. So with that 8 of Pentacles and then the 10 of Swords reverse is clarifying it. The whole underlying beating heart of the underlying energy for Gemini's March is that of meticulously, methodically banging out these pentacles. Doing it so laboriously, doing it with full due diligence, and really banging it out. Very methodical, very laborious. Really making it big. It's like very much a Dr. Hook song there. With the 10 of Swords reversed, though, there is some sort of benefit or profit that will come from this. It will be short-lived. Don't get too comfortable with the change of circumstances or position, because what is gifted with one hand so quickly can be gifted, will be taken away just as fast with the other. So make the most of this opportunity while you have it, because it will be only a snippet of a chance of an opportunity. It will not solidify into anything more than that. So keep that in mind as you travel through. Let's get into the actual reading now for Gemini. Let's go through this clarified March monthly. So the current energy coming in for Gemini, coming into March, we had initially the 8 of Wands reverse. This was then clarified by the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords reverse. The 8 of Wands reverse is very much an energy. I want to block it. I don't want to communicate with it. I don't want to give any action, communication, movement, fluency, anything to it. I want to block it, maybe feel a bit jealous about it, or maybe got some hard-hurt feelings here. With that Ace of Cups coming in behind that, though, I really do feel there is some sort of security or a helping hand that's coming out of this blockage that you're creating with another person. It's sort of bringing in an opportunity from left of field with someone that maybe you would never collaborate with or never even give a thought to. But with the Queen of Swords reverse coming in behind that, this is someone whose communication is always or often miscommunicated. They're misunderstood. They come across extremely cold. They lack authority. They just spout information like a spewing snake. They have no line in the sand. Anything goes. And they really do spill a lot of things that really should not be said. They're quite lacking in the tact as well when they say these things. So it comes across raw, brutal, like a direct threat and or attack. It really does rub people up the wrong way. The challenge, crossing, obstacle, issue, my dear Geminis, you will have to face and deal with during the month of March was initially the World, and this was then clarified by the Hierophant reverse. Taurus is major. The World is saying you've really got to accept things are ending. Cycles are finishing. The world is coming full circle, and it's coming back to where it needs to be. And there's time for some celebration here. You've worked long and hard for it. Enjoy it. But the warning that comes also with this is the clarifier, the Hierophant in reverse. You may have sacrificed so greatly for something that you sort of lost your real goal in it, or what you really wanted to get out of it. It's sort of like you've been plodding away for so long and you just don't want to let something go, because, to be honest, I don't think you'd know what to do without it. It's just been such a long-running fixture. But there's also a sense here of really gifting so much of self that you really are spent. Your energy is very low. Your morale is even lower. And there really is a sense here of being sort of spiritually cut off, I want to say, because of the lack of energy and just the exhaustion. You really need to let these cycles finish. Stop fighting it. Just go with the wind, bullseye. Crowning the reading at the forefront of the subconscious for Gemini, we had the Five of Pentacles, and this was then clarified by Judgment in reverse. Pluto energy coming through here. In the subconscious, first and foremost for Gemini's March, is that Five of Pentacles. This is loss, this is ruin, this is real, being pushed out in the cold, third party perhaps, but really being desolate, having not a pot to piss in, basically. With Judgment in reverse, I'm seeing here that you're not taking any atonement or any responsibility for this. You may even be reanimating things from the past, repeating the same old processes. But there is very much a sense of not making a decision here or not taking responsibility for the outcome of something that happened. It's like, no. The root of the reading, the foundation by which everything is grown from. We had initially the Star reverse, Aquarius is major, clarified by the Five of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Pentacles. 5 and a 10 of Pentacle. Isn't that beautiful? Star reverse at the foundation of it all. Gemini really does say that we are losing a lot of our hope, our faith in anything that we can't control. We don't wish anymore because it's a waste of time, we feel. There's just no point in it. The Five of Pentacles coming in again at the root of the reading, right where it was at the subconscious. Desolation, loss, real pushed out in the cold, third party experience. But the Ten of Pentacles is saying when you get pushed out in the cold and really fall on your ass is when you make your biggest break and your best outcome. Ten of Pentacles. This is where you find that you have a lot of contentment and that you can manage your money. Signing off on a money agreement, maybe buying a home. There's real riches here coming in a form of an asset or a gift. Past energy leaving you now, Gemini, but still prevalent. The Magician reverse with the King of Pentacles reverse. I don't like this energy at all. This is someone that's a trickster, sleight of hand, very cunning, very, very magical in the way they can just swift it up. Very trickster energy, a bit of a liar, a bit of a deceiver. King of Pentacles reverse is even worse. He's the corrupt WhatsApper. He is the Ponzi schemer, scammer. He is the man in the dark lair somewhere robbing your bank account and putting it in a bank account in Barbados or some shit somewhere. These are two massive scammer energies, and when you put them together, it's an individual that you definitely don't want anything to do with. And if this was you in the past energy, leave it there. Don't bring it anywhere forward from that, because that's nasty. And if this was a person you're dealing with, thank God they're gone. But moving forward from that, there is more Pentacle to be had. Page of Pentacle reverse, clarified by the Ace of Pentacle reverse. Again, I don't like this. Being very unrealistic, very wasteful as well. You don't have the skill, the knowledge, and you don't care to even change your way about doing things. Maybe you don't recycle, I don't know. But you don't reuse things. You don't put things to the bestest of purpose. You're very wasteful. You don't take responsibility for things. And with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, there really is a sense here of your wishes not coming true. No beginning in new monetary gains and or advancement. Probably because you're being so wasteful. Spirit's advice. It was much and many, 3 majors here. Justice in reverse, Libra's major. The Sun in reverse, rectifying the Sun. And the Devil, Capricorn's major arcana. Spirit's advice is much and many for Gemini. There'll be much injustice. There might be much bias and bigotry, severity and judgment if you're going to in court battles. They will not go in your favour. You'll be made an example of. And the Sun reverse is saying this will lead to real unhappiness, real loneliness, real despair in some ways, and not being able to see the sun. Feeling like you're locked in the shadow of the outcome. Then comes the Devil. Then we're starting to make some poor decisions. We're getting shackled to things that are bad for us. People, places and things that are very, 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 very bad for us. Poor decision making here. Very poor. Spirit's warning you about this. This is not the way to go about this at all. Whatever this attains to for you, Gemini, it may not be the greatest of things, but you can make it work for you, or you could make a bad decision and then turn something that's already bad into an absolute 10 times worse nightmare. And that's what Spirit, I think, is trying to warn you about. Don't go down the devil. You're already going down the tube, you don't go down the devil's lair as well. Outside's view of you, Gemini, they see the Ace of Pentacles with the King of Swords. Wow, they see someone with a fresh new beginning in abundance, fresh new startup, or something that can build real monetary prosperity. With that King of Swords, this is someone that's very intellectually on point. Best debater. They are the debate team all in one. They are intellectually logical, switched on. They know everything. They see it down to it. They see straight through it. They know it. Hopes and fears. Four of Swords with the Four of Wands. 2 fours here. You need to take some respite, repose, and really replenish your intellectual battlefield, which has taken a bit of a bruiser, but more importantly, your energy as well, and your mental state. Respite, repose is very important. And then from that, the Four of Wands, there'll be much better connections from this, much better relationships. Things will flow better, within the home especially. There won't be as many arguments from grumpiness, definitely. The outcome for Gemini so far, we've got for March, the Knight of Cups reverse, with the World reverse, with the Death in reverse. Saturn and Scorpios. Scorpio's major arcana coming in with the Death, and very much Saturn energy coming in with the World. All inverted. The Knight of Cups reverse is a person that is very devious. They're very cunning. They're a player. They come in, tell you a whole bunch of shit that you probably want to hear, but they don't really have any resonance with. They're a bit of a bullshit buzz. They like to woo you and swoo off. With the World in reverse, this person's never going to change, and the situation that you have with this individual isn't going to change. Or this may be aspect of yourself, I don't know. But this cycle is continuing. It's definitely not stopping. And with the Death card in reverse, there is no transformation to be had, no change to be had, because I don't think actually whoever this is in regards to wants to. They've made up their mind. They like things the way they are. And by God, they're not going to change for anything or anyone. Even if this is in regards to you, Gemini, and this is someone that you want. And if this is aspects of you, you're so damn bloody stubborn on this, aren't you? There's no way you'll change. Be careful with that sort of thinking. Never say never, my darling, because otherwise you might have things enforced upon you that you have no choice in, that forces you to endure, like Spirit's advice here. Really have a good look at these cards. Justice reverse, the Sun reverse with the Devil. Injustice leads to unhappiness, and no energy, warmth or sun leads to the Devil. I don't think I need to explain too much more to you than that, than show you those pictures, because I think that's really is what you need to see and hear. Just there. The last piece of the pie is your spirit animal, my loves, but I don't have the cards in here, so I will have to go shaking my tail feather, go get the spirit animal card so I can pick yours for the month, and then we will plop it in at the end, as we always do. Oops, and I'm knocking shit over now. Nah, my apologies. Gemini, let's get your spirit animal for the month of March and get its meaning to round out the reading for you today, my lovely Geminis. And please, if you would be so kind to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, definitely do that. I would greatly appreciate all of your support just for being here and viewing the viewing today. I do greatly appreciate it. Please don't think it goes unnoticed. All of your generosity, my dear Geminis. So let's get your spirit animal now for the month of March. What spirit animal can guide and assist my beautiful Geminis for March 2023 month? What spirit animal can guide and assist Gemini placements, please? Spirit animal for Gemini, please. Beautiful day out there today, Gems. For Gemini, please. Spirit animal for March 2023 year. What spirit animal can guide and assist my beautiful? Thank you so much, Spirit. And we do have the answer we were looking for, my darlings. Thank you again, Gemini. I will read your final piece of beautiful Marchy Madness Pie. The spirit animal for the month of March, Gemini, is the camel. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Sometimes it feels like you're journeying across a vast, lifeless desert that stretches beyond the horizon with no end in sight. Trampesing across this seamlessly barren landscape before you, your thirst for comfort and solace during these times can most readily be satisfied by looking to your inner resources. All the experiences you have had in your lifetime, the challenges you've successfully faced, and the wealth of knowledge you've accumulated can be called on to not only cope with any type of adversity that presents itself, but to help you move forward with courage and determination. First, identify where you want to go and then proceed slowly, steadily, and deliberately towards that objective. As you move along, cast away your fears, doubts, and hesitations whenever they arise, letting the four winds lift them up to the sun to be burnt away. Ease your mind and heart and know that all is well and that you're protected at all times. Call upon those helping spirits who have assisted you up until this point in your journey. You have what it takes and you will get through this. The associations with the camel are resourcefulness, determination, steadiness, fortitude, endurance, stamina, focus, optimism, containment, centeredness, adaptability, equality, justice, strength, survival, replenishment, positivity, and accomplishment. And I do find that very amusing that equality, justice, and strength came through there, especially justice through equality and adaptability, because I feel like you're going to need to be adaptable to not only manage this, but to get beyond it. Otherwise, it will surmount you and the injustice will burn into you like a cast iron stamp, like we stamp our cattle. It will tattoo you. It will scar you. Whereas if you work with the present instead of forcing against it, like raging against the damn machine, you may be able to get some traction within it and maybe make it work in your favor. Take it how you like it. It is your free will that you have the choice to do as you see fit. I'm just the reader. Thank you so much, Gemini, for joining me today on another round with me, Redsky, here. Righteous Rings. Raw, righteous, real, as always, bye-bye. And I can't wait to see all you beautiful Geminis with me on the next round. Till then, light and love to all, much abundance, much brilliance, but most importantly, much love to you, my Gemini babies. And until next time, take care, be well, and I'll see you around. Bye, y'all.